Hazrat Umar was inspired. He says, none but the being worthy of worship can reveal such verses. And then Hazrat Umar asked, take me, dulluni ala Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Hazrat Khabbab, who was hiding and concealed, he came out. He said, I must tell you, last night, the Thursday night, Allah's beloved sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah's Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam made dua for you. So we learn Allah's Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to take people's names and make dua for them. There was a Jamaat just a few days ago. What an amazing Jamaat, subhanallah, from Asheville. And teacher Sahab was telling us that 40 years ago, he was teaching in the school in Dundee, and Bhai Padia rahmatullah alayhi came to meet him and invited him to a fikr and a jor in Newcastle. He thought, well, I'll go there. But anyway, he narrates a lengthy story where finally Allah did inspire him to come. He says, when I came and I arrived in the town masjid in Newcastle, there was this pious man by Padia waiting there for me. And he asked me, you need to make wudu and so forth. He says, I'm thinking to myself, I don't even know wudu. Anyway, I was helped. And then he arranged meals for me. And then he asked me, did you bring bedding? I said, no. He arranged for me bedding. And he put it next to his bedding. And at night, I actually couldn't sleep. It was my first night where I had to sleep in a masjid. I didn't know about salat, wudu, and so forth and so forth. He says, my eyes wake up at 2:30 over the crying, the sobbing of someone. And I got worried. What is this? What is happening? Is someone hurt? Is someone in pain? I got up and I go to the corner of the masjid where I see this old man crying to Allah. Crying. And I was worried. What is this? And I was about to tap him on the shoulder to tell him, I'm here for you. What you need, I'll help you. So much of crying. And then I heard him, that he's taking people's names and making dua for them. And in that, I'm quite there, I'm sitting, and then he's making dua that, oh Allah, this teacher Sahab came all the way. Let him not go empty-handed, Allah. He says, I was so amazed that someone can wake up at that hour and cry to Allah for the hidayat of others, for the guidance of others. He says, years later, when I was doing this work in another area, and I was beaten up by some of my relatives, and they told me, who is going to give you kanda and carry you to your grave? What is this that you're doing? And then after they beat me up, this one person came to, try and tell me to come back and we'll value you. He says, how can I leave a work that saved me when I was walking with the Hindus, going by the temple to see what's going on there, walking past the masjid? Nobody ever told me. Nobody ever worried about me. And in this work, there were those who worried for me and took me to the masjid and taught me deen. So he says, who's going to carry your kanda? He says, you know what? Allah will take our life where He wants to take our life. And that Allah will arrange. My point is, amazing is the dua of our pious people. They would take one person's name and make dua for them. You and I also. Awaken for tahajjud and let's cry to Allah. Whoever we speak to in the day, at night make dua for them. If we spoke to a Muslim brother to take him with us to the masjid, make dua for him at night. We spoke to a non-Muslim, member at our staff, or in town, or the doctor, or a laborer, or, a physician, or the specialist, and make dua for him. Ya Allah, give this person hidayat, and so forth. This is the sunnah of our beloved sallallahu alayhi wasallam.